in Stockholm. Up, and we got a game. Tika Taka Turtles. Wasn't it Skaven? Did I look at the wrong game? No, Tika Taka Turtle is Skaven. Fuck's sake. People, don't do this. Talking about snow, we got snow in the game as well. You're so clever, Adib. What should we do without you? It's blood connected, streamer connected, everything is fine. Get back. So I take it we got Elven offense. Yeah, it's a bit silly. I was thinking lizards for some reason. It seems pretty silly. It's not a bad pro team, I guess. Got a guard, got a mighty blow, strings 4 mighty blow. Or a Reckle, strings 4 catcher with red. Another guard. A random plus movement thrower? Alright. Kick, dirty player, some diving tackle. Got a little bit of everything without being really special. Your Pro Elf team is definitely better than my Pro Elf team. Do you have sounds on, right? Yeah, there's the background sounds. What does the Skaven? The Skaven got a Shiofi 2 heads natty. So that's worse than mine, just for the record. Because this one actually got Shiofi. That's worse than my natty, so by default he should go all the way, right? Tackle Palmer, got Jock, so that's fine. I would prefer Jocks before Pylon, but that's just me. But no Claw on either of them, but that doesn't matter in this game. Another Mighty Blow Pylon, a guard got her. It's alright. Thank you.
Thanks for the good games and organising you do for NAF.
You're welcome, mate. Welcome. And welcome to the stream. My random... I didn't want to play Blood Bowl, but I wanted to watch Blood Bowl stream.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Fine, thanks.
And welcome to the random surprise stream.
I'm not in the mood for Blood Bowl or playing Blood Bowl either, so...
I've wanted Blood Bowl, I just didn't fancy playing it.
Yeah, exactly.
What? Oh, Claw, yeah, fucking hell. It's because you didn't get it first. Oh, I'm too tired. It's the snow, I blame the snow, ADM. I blame the snow. You're right, it's a Claw Palmer and a Tackle Palmer. And it's Ruszi, so he's going to do some crazy shit.
Oh, and 2 guard cutters.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And a really nice one-turner.
Oh,
And he got a bench of 3, including the one-turner. That one-turner is never getting in danger.
I probably would have stopped playing the Skaven team as soon as that got a 7th level up.
It's on 79, so he might actually literally just have gotten the sure feed and just stopped. Shut up, then, Garrett. It's mainly me being tired. Yeah, and especially the combination with he got 2 decent killers. The only thing he's kind of missing is a dirty player. So, besides the wrestle dirty player, but like on blank alignment. Because like a wrestle dirty player is suddenly almost an expensive player. On the other hand, he got minus movement.
I mean, it's Skaven, so you might as well keep them.
Yeah, they'll die anyway, right? Oops, that was not what he wanted there.
No, not so sure about that blitz anyway.
Yeah, yeah, I'm all for when it comes to Skaven to hammer on the line elves first, not the line rats.
Yeah.
Getting rid of the fat.
Exactly.
Then that blitz strength 4 blitzer is getting hits. Like that claw palmer is going to be in the mix anyway, so you get hits on him later. The chance of you to just getting rid of it is not great.
Yeah, and I also think since he's got two dangerous vermins,
Yeah.
it's not that important to try to get rid of one of them so early. You can just hit defenseless linemen. Which then in turn opens up better hits on the vermins.
That's a bit shit. Not that he's going to score next turn, but he needs to go for it to pass it straight up to strings 4 if he wanted to. That kind of ruined that threat a bit.
Yeah, I guess he's never gonna score on turn 2 anyway.
But there's no it just means you're not caring. That's if you want to do that, it's fine.
Guess he didn't want to get marked, but also I don't see a world in which Ruszi makes 2 G5s in the snow just to base the ball.
It's Russi. I will not count it out.
I mean, I guess he would win if he succeeds because ball base is GG. But well,
Muppet.
Lil up.
First bomb. First nothing.
Didn't even die.
Puny elves didn't even die. It's not even. Oh, and Skaven do have a whiz as well. That kind of does mean that if you run a gutter runner down, he needs to do something.
Yeah, but something is not scoring. At least in my opinion.
Didn't I not change that? PC will probably be joining us. He's eating right now.
Oh, nice.
At some point. Yeah, so he runs the gutter down and away from tackle. In one side. So yeah, it's a pretty good spot and
It would be pretty nice to have PC on since he's a Fumble, Tabletop and Blood Bowl 2 coaching legend.
Yeah.
Winner of more online Blood Bowl tournaments than any other person. I mean, I guess it's true. I think it's great he put that in his bio, in his Twitch bio.
It is a blizzard, yeah, that's the thing. And I have no clue why Veli was running all 4 players downfield. I don't understand this Blood Bowl. Like, why running 4 players headless downfield? Besides, if you actually wanted to score early. But why do you want to do that? I guess to get the one turner? I don't know. It kind of takes the one turn a bit out of the game if you score early.
I mean, it's mostly catches and blitzes, or only catches and blitzes.
Yeah.
So you can get back to. From which side are you watching?
I'm rushing from behind the Pro Elf.
Okay, so you can put the ball over to the right side and get these players relevant again.
Hmm.
And
I do wonder, since he run them all the way out, if you might see him running up, doing a pass and handoff, and actually stalling on the red side of the ball instead. Just it's Blizzard, it's Blizzard, and so even if something fucks up, if you're stalling down there, it's still a longer way in Blizzard, and all the rats is on the wrong side.
oh, is he? I guess he's gonna do it now with that blitz.
And they blitz in the cake, which kind of suggests that he might just cage up in the middle, or at least in the right side. I'm not sure. Maybe marking up rats as well. Does he have anything else? So Ruszi got a babe as well. It's disgusting a team with that player and those two blitzers gets inducement.
I mean, it's rats.
Yeah,
They're cheap.
Cheap as fuck. So is he just? He's surely not just scoring. But people running back, it looks a bit more like scoring. Because he's kind of tagging.
I mean, he protected the pass.
Yeah, that's but
and he still has the option to just
I think he's
for
scoring.
a turn on the.
But why are you standing guard up? Don't want
yeah,
guard
then he's
getting
probably
smashed.
scoring.
This is fucking weird ass.
Oh, well, I mean, the shootout against Wizard and Netty Skaven is not the worst, I guess.
No. But the problem is you're setting up to getting hit by a double mighty blow with armor 7 every time. And Skaven have bigger bands. That's
probably immense down, yeah.
anybody else that been scoring into 2 turns, but running 4 players down suggested a bit that he was thinking that direction. Otherwise, there's no reason to run 4. Yeah, he might be hoping that.
He might be hoping what?
That the wizard is going to be used on offense. And try to put pressure on and try to get the whiz out on offense. But I think if...
Yeah, but would you use the wizard on offense?
If you're enough problems.
I guess not in the first half. Because with that team, you can always try to steal again.
Yeah, I'll not be surprised if Ruszi is just banging it in 2 turns as well. Taking his 3 hits and a blitz, and if it's changing away from snow, he might even just one-turn it. I'm no surprise in this game. I will not like it because that means you need to put the one-turn on the line and could get blitzed on a blitz.
Yeah, I assume he's just gonna take his hits and try to do some attrition. And if he removes 1 or 2 on the LOS, he has probably enough leeway to stall. And if he really gets in danger, he then runs it in.
Who knows by now? This is already weird. Again, I will not be surprised if he runs it in 2 turns.
I guess you definitely will set up a 2-turn and then
Yeah, you can decide, yeah.
decide, yeah. By the way, you mentioned Hellboy's Wood Elf team in Dio's Discord.
Yeah. Did you
what's up
take a
with it?
look? Did you take a look?
No, I didn't.
I don't know if he's played a game with them yet. Let's see. Is Hellboy? Hellboy, have you played a game with the Wood Elf yet? Can I actually find them on Spike, or do we need to be out of the client?
What's it called? I guess something with tombstone touchdowns?
Yeah, exactly. Ah, he's already deleted. Hey, but it's played a game, so we should be able to find it. It's deleted. We won 1 game, then get fucked. Oh, it's a store.
Who's asking? I guess that person doesn't watch enough Rebel clan casts of Clan Wank Nation. The best clan
Mankins.
the best clan there is.
You need to win something first.
You could, I guess you could come into my channel and proclaim that J-men are better, but it's not gonna work because the term J-man is banned in my Twitch. It gets auto-modded.
Oh fucking hell, Hellboy! You play too many games. Oh, here I found it. I found the team. It's called Showboating Into the Zone. Oh, it's deleted. You cannot look it up when it's deleted. Ooh.
Ah, hashtag no hate.
Hashtag no hate. It's a store.
Maybe you should put it into the title so that
I just updated.
not everyone is asking every 5 minutes.
To be fair, I don't think most people are actually looking in titles anyway. I may
But then you can tell them to look at it. Put it into the title, why don't you look? Stupid idiot.
Yeah, that's a... Come on. I think I may have a screenshot of the team, but it was called Showboating Into the End Zone. Into the Zone. And, fucking hell, I'm talking too much with Hellboy.
Yeah, I guess talking with Hellboy is always a mistake.
Yeah, it's always tough with those worlds, guys. Okay. Nope. What let's do. Oop.
Oh, I didn't even get to pylon.
Yeah, there's nothing worse.
Well, I guess if you can't find the team, it's alright. The joke was in the team name anyway.
Oh, he did change it. Originally, all the players were called Ban him. He changed it a bit, so the catchers. So the two wardens was called Show and Boding. The catcher was called KFoged, and the rest lineman was called Ban him. I don't know if it actually. Can you link to a JPEG in a conversation? It's a shame. I told him to snipe Ziggy with it. So the rats are a bit more conservative. Yes.
I'll try to snipe Ziggy with my flings, and I'll change all fling names to #NoHate.
So
Problem is that Ziggy always plays at times where I usually don't.
oh. Yeah, it's Hellboy. He can, for a Welsh guy, he can be pretty funny.
I guess he's not proper Welsh. He's just Team Wales Welsh, which is not Welsh.
He's living there.
No, that doesn't count.
It's more than most of them. Well, actually, most of them do live in Wales, to be fair. Ah, see there. Look at that. 2 Commonwealths. That's more Wales than anybody else in Team Wales, then.
Hey, Marsem.
Oh, mate. Did we have a rat going AWOL as well? We did. I cannot believe I'm watching a game where Russi is playing the conservative part. This is weird.
I always thought that being Welsh for Team Wales means that you, or the criteria for being Welsh is knowing how to hold a dice cup.
Yeah, I'm not sure you need that. I think if you can just use a dice tower, you might be alright. I think the dice cup is advanced level Welshness.
That counts as being third generation Welsh.
No, it's actually the joke is it's the other way around that apparently everybody is Welsh if you thinks they might be willing to play for Team Wales, and everybody is seemingly Welsh, even if you live in Texas, it doesn't matter.
I guess because you lived in Germany, Adaf?
Yeah. To be fair, when you come to when you come to Euroball and countries, it's kind of mainly the countries themselves that define.
I mean, I think you don't really meet the criteria for playing for Team Germany, because the criteria for playing for Team Germany is playing for Team Germany for multiple years.
It's hard to crack it, then. It's like when you're starting in like getting your first job, where everybody wants people with 10 years experience. It's just.
Yeah. I mean, have you ever played Junior? Oh, it's annoying.
I played on Fumble, I think.
Oh God. The best thing I've ever witnessed is when Junior was playing some sort of NAF online on Fumble.
Yeah.
And then he already was at 3 minutes something and was talking in Discord with someone, and then he didn't find the thing he wanted to show, so he just typed in chat, "Sorry, be right back, door," and then searched for the picture he wanted to show.
Oh fucking hell! Yeah, we played once. We played From the look of it, yeah, we played his lizard versus my wood elves.
Yeah, he likes his lizards.
That's fine, I like my wood elves.
No,
Are you
I think
sure,
that Tika,
Marsim? He might be the rock, you don't know. And Muppet, in theory, yeah, good. We got fucking 4 minutes. If I only
Yeah,
played
but-
Fumble, I could play multiple Fumble turns.
yeah, but if you're playing against him in a German Blood Bowl league, he takes 4 minutes when he's playing against 3 prawn flings. 4 fucking minutes.
Not me. 4 minutes.
But well, nothing. Not talking about Junior, I guess.
It's not like that's happening much. We blitz. Like, this is the game of you blitz one and then you run. I guess the Skaven runs up in the cage now. We could get on a bit of pressure though with the 2 diving tackle dudes.
Yeah, he could, but I guess they won't put pressure on the ball. Alright, Marson.
To be fair, nobody really likes Germans anyway, right?
Nah,
Nah.
not even ourselves.
There's plenty elves though. Oh, another rat. That Mighty Blow's doing work.
But the thing with the tabletop team Germany is there was one year where, you know Ziggy? Where he won basically every tournament he attended in Germany.
Yeah.
And he still didn't even get... and he said, oh, well, maybe I can get into Team Germany, but nope.
Germany.
No chance.
It's the captain selecting, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Because because the thing was, he was playing Dark Elves mostly, and Dark Elves is pretty much Sprinter's domain.
Yeah.
So it was, well, can you even play anything else than Dark Elves? No, we don't think so. Okay, you're out.
But if he's been winning tournaments with Dark Elf and Sprinter now, why is he not playing Dark Elf?
Because Sprinter is Dark Elves. It's easy as that.
Holy fucking Christ! Isn't Germany is selected by captain, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
I'm not deep into it. There's some sort of a
election
something on
of
the
captains.
BB2 forum.
Yeah.
You need to be. Not everyone can watch it, and I didn't ask to get in because I don't care.
To be fair, it's a 2-heads gutter runner. If he wants to, he just blitzes the guard piece in front and just scores. It's not really.
I assume he's just gonna blitz someone and then get back into the cage.
Yeah, he might. He's probably blitzing the guard and then thinking about it. It makes sense to kill the guard anyway.
Yeah, it's the obvious blitz target here.
It's actually the France and Italy is even more because they got the different communities. It's the same, like the Alfea boys that have been winning all the team tournaments. Most of them was not playing on Team Italy.
Was the
Until Panico Black actually won the captaincy. So Italy was actually Italy was actually coming to Poland with a really, really good team for once, and then it gets cancelled or moved ahead. It's hilarious. For the first time, Italy.
Althea guys, weren't they in originally?
No.
Or what was the matter there?
They're not been part of the main group of guys. Yeah, but they've not been in the main group. Oh, you're right, Matteo. Yeah, but they're at least just putting a good team together for one Rolex, and never, and then we get postponed. The right Matteo. It doesn't really matter. There's so many. It's for once they're actually putting together a competitive team. The top, if they can actually get the best 8 Americans, they do fine at the World Cup. If you can get a team with the best 8 Americans, they'll do alright.
But competing at the level is
Yeah, of course it could. Because France is even more of a crazy politics thing. So we had rats running it in. At least the rats took a couple of turns. But the rats are down to 1 bench. What about the Wood Elf? Not the Wood Elf, the Elf Union. I like the fact that I like the fact that the Mighty Blows they're down to 11 as well. They're down to 11. I like the Elf Union Mighty Blows done more damage than the Palm Piece. Yeah, but no matter which system you take, it's bit shit. There's no really good way to do it. The only good way to do it if you want the strongest team, the best solution will have a captain that actually is able to pick the strongest team without being biased, which is really hard.
I heard there was something Greece did. They did a fumble tournament basically, and those who finished best were in the team or something.
Yeah, I think they had like a tournament score or multiple tournaments, like Scotland have as well. They have like with top 5, and Denmark is like a qualification system based on coach ranking and the top within the period and stuff. A lot of teams have like systems, but as soon as you have a system like a qualification system you can try to gain the system. Yeah, no, Rolex. I'm just saying the only way you can actually get to actually getting the best team. But the problem with having qualification systems is as well, what the hell is everybody playing Wood Elf? That's not really helpful.
Why not? You'll have the 6 best Wood Elves play at the end. Yeah, and the thing about Team Denmark is you can't really take them seriously, since Hagrim tried to get into Team Denmark.
Be seven giants and a gnome, a garden gnome.
I guess since you count as 2, you can, or 1.5, you can get Hagrim in as a half.
Yeah, I'm not playing Team Denmark anymore.
Hagrim, get in as the mascot.
Yeah, I think people are having different. Would that be the people with the most teams? I'm on for that. That sounds hilarious. The money team. Actually, you could have a pirate team that way. Those people could buy the spots for money for the pirates. That would be perfect. Yeah, it's not worse than a lot of shitty systems. Indeed, indeed. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, with the right name. Look at that.
Incredible.
Wood Elf is still like they have a 7, they can still get squeezed, but they're really good. Dark Elf is. Dark Elf can sometimes smash them up as well. Undead is. There's a lot of the other tier 1 teams that are competitive against Wood Elves. The draw is tonight, Lingard. So we got a blitz. So now the Rats has the ball again.
Is the actual water ball in July or so?
It's been moved to June or July, yeah. I don't even think that's gonna happen, to be honest, in the UK. It's pretty shit. But let's see. That's what's that 2 go for it? Oh, I guess you got 4 revolts and 2 turns.
That was 4 go for it in total.
Who cares? It's just 3 pluses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing, Martin, but just because lockdown stops, it does not mean that the virus is going away.
Yeah, and also it's it's an event with lots of people, so
Yeah, exactly.
maybe next year. Also, Chuck, why don't you have to worry about being Welsh?
Yeah, that's a good question. Are you sure you're not Welsh? Have you asked Dio? He's the only one that
Didn't
probably
you
knows.
say that Chucks has a bit of Welshness in him after he won a game in Chalice?
3 dice with tackle. Gets him down. Side step to...
Alright. No, Seabros, only people who can play Blood Bowl well qualify as Welsh.
I'm sure also that Dio will definitely consider you Welsh if you asked. That's a bad scatter for the Pro Elves, by the way, or the Elf Union. That's a bit spicy.
Could be worse though.
It could not be. Besides a scatter cats by a rat, it could not be much worse, could it really?
I mean, it could be 2 squares up.
Yeah, that's almost better because then it'll be in diving tackle zone at least. Now he needs to pick it up and pass it, kind of, doesn't he?
No, Marzen, there are 2 criterias. One is being actual Welsh, and then there's the criteria of playing Blood Bowl well. Then you can also be Welsh.
Yeah, that's also a good point, native. And I'm freaking not doing that. That's a task and a half. That seems
Drinking too much is when you drink so much that there's nothing left to drink. Although that's mostly the fault of the guy who supplied the drinks.
Can the rats? No. This game is fucking weird. Are we talking about beer now? Hmm. And then combine it with the fact that the man likes to hug people. It's a bit scary. Do not mention the war. And it's funny because it's true. What? Okay, we're just going for the touchdown then.
Okay.
I'm not sure I'm taking this. But yeah. Because it's still not great, is it? How he's...
Sing in his mic. I guess I should attend some British tournament one day to meet him.
Is it... where he's going? Is he Why did we I've no clue what's going on here. Why did we bowl that guy? It's still it's 3 pluses all the way past, and then a 3+ go for it. You cannot just score. This is madness. Can he chain push him forward? At least. Yeah, that sounds about it. I'm on Team Christian there. This is mind-boggling. What is going on? He cannot.
I guess he just realized that this is not the best position to be in.
Yeah, the problem is he cannot blitz the diving tag because that's shit. I think actually I take the -2 dice on the guard dodge catcher. Because if that's... This is worse!
No, the -2D on the...
No, this is terrible, Ruszi. Just but why not take the 2 dice?
that's not what I would have done, but who can say whether it's right or wrong?
Okay, let's pretend if you take the 2 dice, -2 dice with the Stormworm instead, you don't risk the ball. That guy doesn't have block. If you actually get the push, you literally only have a 2+ dodge. Jesus, that's deserved. Oh Jesus! Like why? Why not? Why risk the ball at all? And why did we spend our wits on this?
Beer open. I mean, having a beer during kickoff is pretty common.
And if in Finland, I guess you have a vodka and a knife as well. But that's another story. I'm still trying to figure out what possessed him to.
I'm pretty sure we're better off if we're talking about something else.
Okay. Like, if it's Veli, I'm ecstatic. He's managed to both fail to score and use his wizard, and not really do anything that turn. Can serve it. Oh, come on. You could. Why not just serve that dude? Why don't we serve that? The gutter runner is stunned, so you don't need to pick up the ball.
Yeah, there's no need.
The other gutter runner cannot score. You could have served that dude. Or at least set up so you had an option to serve it.
I mean...
There's no reason. You could have put the kick guy into
Could have
the
at least tried it.
Yeah, you could have not
Tried to
standed up
serve.
the plus movement, right? Kick guy could have come back instead. At least we're fouling him now, right? One of the Pommers got a dirty player.
Probably. Oh, he's movement 5 though, he needs G-Fire.
For fuck's sake, what is it up with those players?
Fatin would have fired that movement 5 guy 10 to go.
That's why
He's
you
got a perm, he's out.
That's why you skeletons is the fouling piece, because they're faster. It's not you slow piece that's the dirty player. Stop it!
I assume
And now
the
we're running.
movement bust came later.
Yeah, I hope so. And I think the pro elves also need to remember they actually only have 2 turns after this to score. So they also need somebody going a little bit, staying up around the middle, even going forward.
He could send the dirty player forwards.
But yeah, but the
One thing people never expect is the dirty player to be the scoring option.
busy.
Hey,
Oh, there he is. The guy with the most won online Blood Bowl tournaments.
what?
The
Apparently
guy
that's
with the
true.
most famous nipple in the whole Blood Bowl
You
community.
leave my nipples out of this.
As long as you don't put them out.
That wasn't my line. It used to be something that Morehouse, who used to do the Fumble podcast, said and pointed out. And I, at some point I mentioned it to my son, and he said, "Oh no, you have to put that in, Daddy." So at the moment it's in, but you know me. I'm not a huge bragger. That's not really my thing. I would have been quite happy with just purple chest. Sometimes I'm lucky. I like to play Blood Bowl, and sometimes
I'm lucky.
This one.
Sometimes I
This
like
one's
to play
pretty
Blood Bowl.
good though.
Yeah, that's also true. Yeah, sometimes I like to play Blood Bowl, and sometimes I'm lucky. So what have I missed? Snow 1-1. Lots of things going on here.
We had a blitz.
You missed an amazing wizard.
Rats got blitz, got the ball, got knocked down again, then decided to use the wizard, which still left him with either a red die or 3+, 2+3+. Anyway, after
The
the
3-3-2 dodges through and a GFI.
yeah, and it's wizard, blizzard on top of it. It was a bit strange. I do think he could have done some other. If you wanted to red dice, I think the option of red dying, the dodge guard was better. On both down, you cannot.
We came to the conclusion that was.
Yeah.
We came to the conclusion that was not what we would have done, but who can say whether it was
Fuck's
right?
sake, you can keep that to
Was
your
right
other
or
channel.
wrong.
You can keep that to
Yeah,
your other
it's-
channel and store.
And
And
then,
this-
we decided after he failed the GFIs,
That was wrong.
after he failed the GFIs, we
Wrong.
decided this was wrong.
Yeah, you could then say it was wrong.
I still think it was spunking a wizard, and that seemed ridiculous. And you need to. This,
Yeah, I mean, I was really sad to miss the start of this game. What's exciting about it, of course, is that these are two coaches known for really quite aggressive styles of play. I mean, Ruszi, as everyone has told me, is capable of doing absolutely anything, any turn, which is always fun to watch and yet really high quality. Velihopea, I know from experience, loves putting his pro elves right up in your face. He loves a very aggressive, very forwards-focused style with them, which is a man after my own heart. When I play pro elves, which I do quite a bit, that's absolutely how I play with them. You need to pick the right time to go in heavy, but there is a time to just get them right up in people's face and say, what are you going to do? I've got AG4 all over the place, they're cheap as chips, I can afford to lose a couple, and the remaining 8 or 9 will still take your ball away.
Yeah, that's basically how I play every elf. Straight into the face.
but he's gone a lot deeper than I thought he will do, because he could end up having problem actually scoring. I think now.
That's a long way back, isn't it? I presume we're
Yeah.
sat
The
behind the
catches are
pro
all
elves, so
very
yeah.
backwards.
Yeah.
I mean, he can't be looking for a 1-1 at the half. Not with the ball in hand.
No,
And
not on
it's
his
a long way to go in snow.
Yeah, it seemed a bit over-conservative.
Yeah, Deb, I don't mind a very foully based pro elf team. Yeah, they're the elves with the cheapest linemen. They can afford to have a dirty player.
The proper way to play pro elf is not to play them.
What? Pro elves are great.
I prefer high
Way
elves.
better than dark elves.
Fuck no.
Imagine playing dark elves. Maximum movement 7. Ugh.
Actually, my dark elves were more like movement 5 and 6. They got a bit slow by the end.
That's why dark elves tend to play a more brawling style, don't they? They just
Yeah.
don't have the pace to break away quite so much.
Nope. But the rats is taking a little bit more damage than the pro elves has somehow magically.
People only get banned if they do. If they win 5-0 to steal their war dancer.
Oh, no, yeah.
Oh yeah, such evil people trying to get 2 skills in their war dancer in one game. Evil
Or
people.
if they leap war dancers in to do a pointless 1-turn attempt when already 3-1 up.
Who did that?
That was amazing.
Yeah, amazing's doing a lot of work in that, isn't it?
who
Standing in for quite a lot of other words.
who leaped a war dancer in to make a 1-turn 3-1 up? Oh dear.
There's only 3 winky smiles, Lee and Gary.
Uh,
You needed 6, 1 for each dwarf with guard.
I haven't seen that game. I might need to see that.
Yeah, you might need to see that one, Core. You didn't get my reference.
No, I hadn't seen the game. That's the first round. There's so many games. It's such a nightmare. But of course, you've been hanging out with Art.
It showed an interesting and innovative play of wood elves when being many touchdowns up and having a wizard in hand.
and keep pushing, I guess, including risking your better players.
Yeah, it was
Including leaping
so
to try
terrible
one
that we've all
turn.
forgotten. Yeah, it was so terrible we all forgot how terrible Ungern played.
Who played against Sparky?
And if PC says it was terrible, that means a lot.
The Chalk versus Ongon was pretty shocking.
I thought Chug did mostly okay, took good advantage of what was given him. I thought Ungern
Not so much.
turned up. Yeah, he was there.
Okay, so we're getting one. Okay, he's getting one scoring threat now.
Is he? And
How
you better
are
get
you
on
sure
with
it was
it.
actually
It's coming now. It's coming.
him being there?
Okay, I haven't bothered firing up my client just yet. I'm watching on stream.
It's the diving tackle is running down.
Okay, that one, yeah, he's blitzing it off.
Yeah.
Good job he got the POW, otherwise that would have been saucy.
It's 3+2+.
Yes, I know, and elves
Yeah.
laugh at that, but they shouldn't.
3
They should
pluses
try and
never
only do
fail.
2+, really.
But all in touchdown range without having to do some PCs in the next turn.
Yeah,
So,
getting. Is he?
chance of scoring.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3,
Even I do
4,
not
5,
love
6,
trying
7.
to make a go for it work in the snow.
But why we that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm
Now
not.
the guard is in range as well.
Yeah, but it's 2 go for it in range. That's not great in range.
Yeah, 2, 3+. I mean, he's got the re-rolls to cover it, but
He's
still.
surely there's no more to move. You better fucking make a go for it now. You got 2 rerolls in 2 turns, Veli. On the other hand, he's kind of in the line. He's a good spot there, but that's good.
It's nice cover for the one elf that actually you want to score on, right where it is. Isn't it? But there's still plenty of elves that can come round, plenty of rats that can come round onto that one.
6, 7, 8. But now 2 of them.
But I agree. Yeah,
now,
I would do the go for it now.
Yeah, so
throw
now
the reroll at it.
Yeah, I would say he has to do the GFIs.
he has to do the PCs.
Oh yeah, the PCs.
Don't mind. That doesn't insult me.
No, I know. It doesn't make it less funny. Didn't you actually? Who was it yourself that said it at once? I cannot remember where I picked it up. I think it was yourself, PC.
No, I think it's quite a lot of other people.
Are you sure? And also, of course, helps you. Your name with being often shortened to PC is a bit better than a lot of other. Like if doing.
Well, often my name is shortened to KFoged, but you know.
That's another story.
Yeah, by the way, congrats PC on winning our first chalice.
Thank you. Yes, I was very proud. It was a bit of a shame I had to use a shitter one-turn natty.
I mean, actually, seen this.
Not do it through coaching skill, but I'll take it.
This the Russi's one turn as was. It actually got sprint. It actually got 0 feet on top of the turrets.
That's like saying dying of cancer of the nuts is worse than dying of cancer of the arsehole. Who cares? They're both dying of cancer, and natties are just evil. And thank goodness they're at least minorly limited in Blood Bowl 2020.
I think we all agree on that.
To me, it's worse than Clawpomb because it's anti-fun.
The problem is Skaven has both.
Yeah.
They stop playing Skaven teams as soon as I roll movement.
Well, that's why they're not very popular on tabletop, is that they need the development to get the two evil tools working. But when they get them working, it balances the fact that they're so weak. It does mean that anyone playing a Skaven has to just try and wipe out the whole nest, which makes the games a bit one-dimensional against Skaven. That's why we saw Rick Reckless play from the floor for an entire half. Another absolute classic of a game.
I missed that one as well.
Having a natty.
Yeah, some mild sarcasm may have been used in what I said about it. I mean, Singolo played like an absolute banger and it all worked. Although Rick helped by having an absolutely appalling start to the second half. But, we all coach a couple of bad turns here and there.
Oh, strength 4 is going down. And that pylon is shit.
Pylon all men's.
And his pylon tackle bomber has done shit.
And women's. I don't want anyone to think I'm toxic and patriarchal. I get enough of that from my daughter. She's 15, so of course I'm wrong about everything.
Yeah, sounds about right. Why that rat is not doing any difference? He realized. Oh, fucking hell.
Well, slightly is. I mean, oh, Jesus.
No, it's not, because it's still the 2+ out to block the rat away from the guy.
You missed what I was going to say. What it's slightly doing different is letting the elves in midfield out a little easier to where they may want to go to provide assists.
Yeah, okay.
But it certainly didn't do anything positive different. But,
so
it's always fun to dodge something for giggles, isn't it?
with AB7.
And now, as I said, surely now the elves, particularly the plus move one, doesn't that make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Yeah, that puts it in better, easier, no-go for it blitz range without dodges, which is fine. So moving it was actively harming his defense. Fantastic.
But you probably is there any of them? You probably still dodge one of the block pieces. Oh, maybe. Because it's still 2+2+ passing, because he cannot reach. There's a catcher in front.
Yeah, I mean, it's better to do it that way, of course, because you're coming from the front edge and you're pushing it in the way that you want to do it. But it just did give another option.
Yeah. So 2+2+ for the elves? And Ruszi managed to spunk his wizard. And
Just,
Very
yeah.
nice.
flip me in Artemis purple.
Boo. It's gone. I'm trying very hard to be as positive as I can, but sadly, so far the cup has given us some just god-awful play.
That's why we got an extra round to get rid of this shit. It's not
Have you
about
qualified, by the way, PC?
Awesome. Oddly, yes, I have, but with something tiny and woeful. It might get through round one, but it's going to get utterly munched.
So no netty this time.
It's baggy.
Mr. Page's huge, nasty claw team.
He needs to win round one first, right?
Yeah,
He's
I
up on
kind of
that
hope he
list.
doesn't.
He's
I might have half a shot against the undeads, but
he's a bit up on that list, didn't he? Garyon was counting number of first round losses.
I mean, I've got to win round one too, which is against vampires, and you can never take that for granted. They can do anything.
Weird as.
Hopefully, what they do is eat their own people and fall apart like a. Well, I was going to say a
Like
cheap
they
suit,
should.
but or like any retail
And you
outfit
have
in
mighty-
modern Britain. But
I
No,
think the
I've got a
vampires should
really
have
tiny
-3 players on the pitch by turn 15 or something.
yeah, I think so too. But
I played them where I played somebody else with them. In overtime, still had a bench.
Oh, there's lots of them as well. I think he's got 15 players. So I'm going to have to hit them and keep hitting them, and then hit them some more. And after that, I might have to hit them a bit.
A bloody hoop, especially if you're giving him. Why I don't understand this game.
No, he has sure feet. He doesn't need to push it.
I mean, in snow though, you still should.
I think
because,
no matter what,
you
you
know,
should, because it's
just-
You should anyway.
It's better to not need to go for it, particularly in snow. Even with reroll cover and sure feet cover, it's better if you don't.
maybe not if you're giving him 2+. That's because he doesn't have sidestep. It does get a little bit awkward. Oh no, let's help him. That would actually. Oh, yeah, back again, Veli.
Any point in those two there?
Yeah,
No,
that's a
moving
bit.
back again.
I think that's a bit because it does mean he needs to use more players to do the pushes, which means there are more chance of him actually fucking something up. So if you want to put them up there, I do factually think you should put them up behind, proper up against the other ones.
Yeah,
Because now it's
exactly.
just a
Yeah.
piece you can push around. Now it doesn't going to make any difference.
Well, indeed, there's even for slightly longer one turns. There's times that could be very useful. That fills a square you might need to fill yourself.
Yeah, if you actually going for all the pushes and get it.
If you
Yeah,
wanted 3 pushes, you can use that as one of your pieces, can't you?
Yeah.
So you need one less rat in the right hole. Ah, they're separated. Fantastic.
Yeah, finally.
Someone's been listening to you hating on anyone that just puts 3 on the line.
Yeah, it's so lazy. It's just so lazy. Yeah, you have 3 guard, but 2 of them is guard runners, so they're going deep. Especially in the snow.
Yeah. I mean, backlining against a natty is probably the best you can do, but putting 3 together in the middle of the line of scrimmage is probably the worst you can do. Because anyone that watched any of KFoged's games where that happens, he'll use them to get a free stab. And possibly 2 free stabs, because it's childlike in its simplicity to do that.
Yeah, but I mean, one turning is bad anyway. If you want to play Tetris, you play Tetris and not Blood Bowl.
I'm 100% with you. I mean, however, I absolutely do get that without one turning, where do rats go? What is their game plan? Other than using their mutations, their claw, their better speed, their ability to have wrestle and mutations on, move 9, agility 4 pieces. What else have they possibly got except one turning that could win games? So naturally, if you're wrapped, you have to build a natty. You can't just do it on coaching and mutations and hurting things and finding the right squares and using your huge speed, cheap lineman, mutation access and access to multiple skills on all sorts of skillful players to win. It has to be done by just reducing the entire game to a single turn where only you roll dice.
And claw bombing.
Yeah, combined with claw bombing on top, it's brilliant.
And yet, you know, weirdly, Skaven, as I said, not that popular on tabletop because not all the toys are there. And still managed to do quite a lot of one-turning without
it's
having
mostly
natural
because-
one-turners. Crazy, isn't it?
I mean, on tabletop, it's a bit of a problem because they're more often tier 1, I think, and
Yeah,
you can't
they're not in vogue
get
on tabletop.
multiple
are they?
skills.
Yeah, I mean, you very rarely see them, except people absolutely. Some people absolutely want, you know, to coach Skaven, and those are the ones that turn up with them. But they're not something that people are desperately trying to coach, or you know, facing and then going home, going, "Oh, I must get me some Skaven." And as I said, I think a lot of that, as you said, Store, is the fact that they don't punch their weight as a tier 1 team. They're certainly not weak enough to be a tier 2 in a 3-tier system. But that's why I quite like a 7-tier system. Now this is payback, isn't it, for the bits that you told us the rats had got?
Yeah.
Okay.
At least this make it interesting. The Russi can actually figure out to get that push back forward. It might be a touchback.
Yeah, the touchback is looking quite likely, isn't it?
Why are we not taking 2 dice?
Because it would be, you know, too easy.
It
Well-
would be a PC.
Well, you
1,
could.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, it would. It would be a go for it in snow.
1, 2, 3, 4. What about from the back? Oh, fuck's sake, okay.
No, I don't know. I mean, it's only a 2+, isn't it? To
No,
get
I
the push
don't-
you need.
No, that's fine
it's a
with.
three.
Whereas I don't
Yeah.
think the
But
money
still,
is the
you've got
problem
the
with
reroll.
Skaven.
No, you need it's a 3+ as well for the hit. Because both down is bad.
Yeah, okay, but you know, that is effectively 2 dice because you've got no problem with throwing a reroll at it.
Do you have. No, Belly doesn't have rerolls, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, there always are, Dev, because they love rats or they've just painted some rats, but they're not a team everyone's going, I must have rats. You know, I mean, if they were any good, KFoged would coach them.
What are you insinuating? I tried one tournament with them. It didn't went well.
Oh, you got flings, nice. Who
I'm
is
not
it?
insinuating. I've absolutely told you many times that you love tier 1 teams.
I do. That's
Well,
not
there
really
we
a
are.
secret.
You don't, why would you deny it? It's like someone saying, oh, PC loves dwarves. Yeah, that's known. Kaja, that's a no-win, isn't it? Because if you win, it was only flings, you know, of course you won. That's why I coach flings, it's because I don't need to win. If you lose, get fucked, I beat you with flings.
And we got a snake for the rats. We definitely have a second
Snakes on the
half
play.
now. I think I'll take it. Russi is a pretty.
I guess it was a snake, so it didn't matter.
A lot of coaching to get done if this snow stays. I mean, obviously, the quicker you are, the better your advantage in the snow, but, you know, gutters really eat that stuff up, don't they? Their ability to stretch the field long if they want to. I mean, we saw the pro elves pulling all the way back and sucking the rats in, and then pushing forwards. So what would you guys do here with the rats? Are you looking to score quick and then try and turn the elves over, or are you already thinking, I'll take it to overtime?
So if I say he doesn't really have any seconds, but
I think I would try to take it slow.
yeah,
The rats don't have the sacking options, and and also at the moment the rats are 1 player up, and if they score, then pros have another shot at getting the 2 KOs back, and one of them is the
diving
diving tackle.
Yeah.
Blit.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you'll probably, if he leaves the diving tackle
Try
tackle
to
in the front, you'll probably try
damage.
to. I'll go for that one. If you get rid of the other diving tackle, you can probably stall to turn 8.
Yeah, I think it's probably best to score an 8, do some damage, and in the snow, and
Yeah, the
Yes, I
poor
mean,
elf.
the claw pommer, the
with the
claw's a bit
sides
useless, but still mighty
that
blow
gutter,
pom
you can.
It's not the claw.
gets.
Yeah, it's not useless against all of them, but yeah,
No, almost all of them.
yeah, and it's been pretty useless. The poming has been pretty useless.
Well, we're back to me saying that without claw, pom isn't as strong a skill as people think, is it?
But against AV7, it is the same as having claw pom,
Yeah, exactly. It is. Yes.
and it's been pretty shit.
And rats certainly have the speed to get up off the floor
Yeah,
and still do things.
yeah,
whereas other
he's
teams
going all goddess is Steve. He's not. He's. I'm sure we'll see him take his as many turns as he can. With the run turn of failing.
I mean,
And
Are you suggesting that he's built a team based entirely on a natural one-turner and no ability to take the ball away from the opposition?
He got 2
Because
gutter runners.
Okay.
They
So,
can
I mean, has he had a Rackle gutter runner injured or something? Is there
he must have, not in this game, but he could have had in the.
late in the run or something?
Because is there only 3 gutter runners as well? It's
only 3 on the pit.
but there's no injured, right? That's just line mates.
Could have died.
Yeah, he must have been having like a strip ball, tackle, wrestle thing. Surely.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't
Yeah,
necessarily have built two guard gutters without building something that can actually take the ball if they're guarding, would you?
Not
I mean,
me.
usually you build.
Wouldn't make a lot of sense.
Usually I'd build 2 wrestle and 2 block.
Yeah, I normally have 3 wrestle because the wrestle dies. But yeah.
But yeah, I mean, a quick wrestle on a gutter isn't hard to do, is it?
No.
Just prioritise 2 touchdowns in one game on it, and suddenly you've got another wrestle gutter. So
Gotta. I got a wrestle gutter is missed next game.
Okay, so that does make some
Bit
sense.
of a shame that you can't see it in client
Yeah.
like you could on a proper client, which
Yeah.
players are missing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
also a bit shit you cannot see people's injuries without clicking on them. Do we need to make a list now? Oh dear.
Yeah.
Why
It's
is there not?
pretty.
Why?
People like that it's pretty. Come on.
Why is there not a? Did we reroll it? Okay, we're playing all-time
Okay.
format, right?
Chug said he also had an AG5 strip block
one
lead
time.
gutter that died at one
Yeah.
point. So yeah.
But did we just have a?
Oh dear.
Did we just have a reroll on a Movement 5
He
dirty
got it
player?
from the kickoff, so it was basically a free reroll.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, except that might work. I mean, it doesn't work even in CCL unless it's first half. But in an overtime format, there's no such thing as a free reroll. Got to think about your equity, mate.
Also, the funny fact again that he's blocking. The way he's choosing to block is, if he actually wants damage, he's blocking to minimize the blocking, not to maximize his blocking. It's a bit weird combination, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's just, I don't understand.
And yet he set up in a very narrow pack as if it was going to be a one-turn push, but it wasn't. A la Rick Reckless. I mean, it's not so bad against Pro Elves, but you can still get surrounded and pounded.
Well, congrats on the win then, Volk.
Whilst I am the
trees.
dwarf coach, I do coach things other than dwarves.
Oh yeah, and the funny part, of course, he rerolled that pushes, so now he cannot reroll the hit he really wanted to make. Which was the big prize of the hitting.
AG4, not a fling, and what, Nerves of Steel presumably on the tree?
Yeah.
That's some really
So
wacky
you can
setups.
throw from the LOS and make sure he's got maximum range. Well, I've seen that done before.
I hate Nerves of Steel trees.
And the AG4 Fling won't be on the field for a long time. I used to love Chorf's actually Fat Fox, and then when Fumble moved to this rule set and they became the Herp Derp team of choice, I sort of gave them up a bit because everyone was coaching them. I also coach a lot of humans, a lot of dark elves, coach a lot of orcs. I've won a lot of tournaments with pro elves, a few with wood elves.
Don't forget to mention your goblins.
Yeah, I've won some things with goblins in the past and coached a lot of goblins. I have, in the long-lived league, I'm in the White Owl League on Fumble, I have a 250-odd, or maybe 300 now, old team of High Elves, which have won the White Owl League Premiership 3 times. I've won tournaments with Khemri and Undead.
Yeah. It's only good
Not so
people.
much Necromantic. I don't see Necromantic and Lizards and Vampires are the 3 teams that I'm not really that good with, and Ogres I don't consider to be a team.
Yeah, only good players wins White Owl with a High Elf. It's worth remembering.
I absolutely agree with you. Now, the players that have won the most White Owl Leagues with High Elves would happen to be you and me, wouldn't they, Cor, I think?
I think so. I will also suspect we're the only ones, more or less, has been idiots enough to play with High Elf enough
I
season.
don't know, I think Gegster had a very nice big High Elf team. I think it may have won one.
Yeah, it definitely won one, I'm pretty sure, actually, now you're saying it. We got... Yeah, it's...
No, Volkage, look, I think everyone plays like shit at times and in turns and, for parts of the game. The key thing is to then, as I've said 1,000 times, forgive yourself and try and coach your best the next turn or the next game. It's when you allow the fact that you've made a mistake to tilt you and make more mistakes, well, it becomes a snowball chain. And just like when 3 cows becomes 12 cows.
And yes, the pairings for the first round is out. So we got another
no one coaches perfect Blood Bowl. It doesn't happen.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You might coach a perfect turn, but the next turn there'll be one piece that could have been in a slightly better place, or one blitz that could have been done slightly better. It's perpetual. We seek perfection, but we should accept it doesn't happen.
Wise words.
Jimmy does not play poorly, Rex. I mean, he does at times.
Like everybody else. And
that's often what tilts him, is not just the dice or the unfairness, but it's the fact that he knows he's played a turn not as well as he could do, and that is upsetting. But coping with it is one of the key challenges of Blood Bowl.
Yeah, sometimes his problem is definitely not knowing when to stop.
Yeah.
So Pro Elf are just... Yeah,
one of the reasons, to answer Rex and Fanfox, one of the reasons I've coached a lot of dwarves on BB2 is what to me is a slightly retro rule set, and dwarves aren't a bad answer to claw palm spam, because the AV9 on the non-claw pieces means that the rest of your team is reasonably stable, and Thick Skull is fairly good in terms of the answers to claw. It's certainly as good as Fend is. You can't Fend spam and expect to really be competitive.
Oh, classic foul. It was also pretty...
Yeah, saucy ref, that.
Yeah, but it was also... Like, we know the blitz, but the blitz against Sidestep was problematic for the same reason. That he will probably be knocked down and not be able to get out of it again. Besides, if you give him an option out, which he just got. Hooray. So now your guard catcher is getting hit this game.
Yeah, Rex, Thick Skull is a good skill, and
especially on high elf throwers.
It's really good to pick it, but yeah, on high elf throw, it's a #1 pick.
It's a great skill for free. It's not necessarily a skill you'd pick on players. It's going to be really interesting to see it on Black Orcs on the Goblins, though.
Yeah.
And the maths on how that changes their survivability is quite promising.
Do they have a Thick Skull?
Yes.
In
yeah,
2020?
Black Orc Goblins.
Oh, the Goblins.
Yeah.
Goblins on Black Orcs have Thick Skull.
It's gonna be great when you.
It's a Goblin Bruiser.
when you want to not use Mighty Blow to get them removed. Because on the 7 they get out with Stunty, and with 8 they stay in with 6 Scar.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure Blood Bowl 3 will not do it properly.
They've made
And
a
will
lot of
be
the
bugged.
skills voluntary. There's a toggle to make them voluntary in Blood Bowl 2. I share a lot of people's pessimism about Cyanide, who stole one of my wins last night. Which I'm
It does.
absolutely fine with. I don't think I've mentioned it at all.
It's not actually your first server error.
That is my first win stolen from me by Cyanide. They have yet to steal any of my losses because obviously they hate me. But, so yes, obvious to be there's a conspiracy and no one cares. None of the admins have done anything. No apologies, nothing.
No, we talked about banning you. But
so
you're
yes,
still...
but
Have
my
you messaged
toxicity
J5 though?
and complaining.
Yeah.
So look, it's easy to get pessimistic about Cyanide, but it's a long time on since Blood Bowl 2. From what I hear, quite a lot of the programming team has changed, which is a good thing. So who knows? And they must have learned, because they are, faithfully saying they want to exploit the community better. They must know what the community wants, and not
But
just
the
from
community...
Blood Bowl 3 chat.
But the problem
And
is
there's a good chance they try and give it to
Community wants better AI.
Well,
I'm not sure
that's not going to happen.
I'm not sure the community knows what the community wants.
And again, they'll listen to the wisdom of crowds, and unfortunately, a lot of crowds are full of morons. But
yeah,
until it arrives, I'm going to stay hopeful, because there's a good chance we get an absolutely cracking version of Blood Bowl.
It's
There's
going to be pretty.
Let me amend that. There's a chance we
year.
get a cracking version of Blood Bowl.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty, I'm sure.
Yes, I know, fan
Have you
Fox,
seen
but you can't
It's
always
more
be
tight
negative.
cartoon. I do like it, but it's more cartoonish.
They look awful, I think.
Oh, this is ADIV is finally done.
No, I think absolutely. I think I'm a Fumble loyalist. I think Fumble will be more responsive, more able to make the changes quickly, more able to amend things if things are bad. But
Yeah.
who knows? Perhaps, just perhaps, Cyanide hit one right out of the ballpark this time, and not over the foul line, and give us a cracking game of Blood Bowl that not only looks pretty but plays well and has a good interface and a good front end and customizable options. And that the only way they're trying to exploit the community is by putting in paid-for content that we don't need, like extra skins and armors and pretty colors and all that sort of rigmarole. I mean, those are the games, I don't mind my son playing Fortnite, occasionally putting a $5 into it, because it's a good game, built well, and he doesn't have to put the money in to be competitive at it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I share some of your pessimism and concerns, of course I do, but there's still no reason just to damn it before it's happened.
No. We'll see what it is. We'll take it from there. If it goes tits up, we can always play Fumble. It's fine.
Oh, I'm the same, Fan Fox. I mean, I'm not sure I will... Again, I bought BB2 when I got it for a $5 at Legendary Edition. I still think I slightly overpaid. But I may get it before that, but I'm certainly not pre-ordering. I'm with you there. And also, modern PC games, I'm old enough to remember when you bought a game and it was quite likely to work. But that doesn't seem to be the case now. Betas are a lie. Betas are about getting orders. And then releasing the game is about a public beta. So certainly I'll be waiting for some reviews, for having a test of it on beta, and then probably for a patch or two to sort out the massive issues on release. That everything apparently is fine for everything to have now.
Talking about the new game, has everybody seen the new game? The new Super Banger Bros game? If you click as a JPEG or in a use Discord, ADIV has made the poster for a new good game.
That sounds exciting.
When?
The Banger Bros. New Super Banger Bros.
Wow, Rex, wow. I mean, I just gave up when they charged $1 for putting a reticule to aim things on a first-person shooter. I thought that's a new low, but that is amazing.
That added in beard.
Super Banger Bros. Yeah, it's Luigi and Mario as Mr. Page and Ziggy.
Oh, that's glorious.
Well, hey, look, whatever we think of them, and you know, I share the view that they do quite like to kill things and to hit things. But they're very popular. They have a lot of people that enjoy their streams.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Page does. Ziggy's.
Yeah, there's a lot of people enjoying him, yeah.
Yeah. So.
And sometimes you can also see the screen. No, I like it. I like it. It's fine. I've done.
And also, they stream to North American time zones, and North
Yeah.
Americans do quite like hitting stuff.
They do. They definitely do.
And
also in computer games.
And North Americans also really like over. Don't know what the word, but lots of things that you don't need. Like animations and pictures and stuff on the screen that you can't.
Yeah, the overlays.
Look,
it's a bit too much for
Mr.
me.
Page's overlay gets a lot of grief, but you know, lots of people enjoy it, and it's
Yeah.
different and fun. And he enjoys doing it, and he's showing off his programming skills, which I certainly couldn't do. I wouldn't choose to stream that way, but you know, I'm not going to criticise him for that.
Cheers.
Be nice if you could turn it off when watching the stream. But
Yeah, it will make it a little bit easier actually watching it. But at least
clearly we're in a minority, Cole. You know, lots of people love his streams.
Yeah,
so.
I'm still occasionally watching it, and sometimes I'm actually chatting with him. That's more than I can say about his brothers. So that's fine.
Yes, I tend to agree. I find Mr. Page quite entertaining. But
we don't agree. We don't agree on many things, but
no, but that's fine.
But we can take it from there. That's all right. I don't get banned, so it's fine.
Zigini or the
Zigini?
Great Zigini, whatever.
Zigini.
I don't know. He's not someone I've really come across. He tends to stream a little late at night for me.
Oh, early. Sometimes on in the mornings as well for us.
Oh, okay.
Stream so a little bit. Occasionally, he's the only one on, so then I can watch the silent. It's about to say, just have it in the background. Anyway, he does also stream a lot of other stuff.
Rather than dissecting other humans who, you know, for their choices in Blood Bowl, let's have a look at these ones.
Yeah,
so the rats have actually taken up a nice midfield position. I quite like that. They haven't tried to extend the field too long in the snow, which I think is sensible.
Yeah, and they just
also, if you are going to bang on men's, you need to keep the men's thinking they can bang on you, or else they won't come.
Yeah, and you keep getting hits with one of his bombers. Just made a KO. I guess when you have two of them, it's hard stopping both of them from being able to blitz.
So what are we down to? What now? 8 elves, I think it is, isn't it?
It must be around that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 elves. It goes alright. How did your game go, Wolf? That's more interesting. Or maybe interesting. Oh, pew. So it's all down to Dio. When is Dio playing? He's playing Thursday? I might need to stream that then.
Dio on a team he's any good with, or is he?
Brett's.
Oh, okay.
That's alright. Yeah, Thursday at 9. I might need to stream that. No, we have been fucked if it's down to Elliot because he insists on not winning with one turn of rats. I have no clue what's going on. Besides, you get 5 years older every time you need to try to stream these games.
Yes, I did watch your vodcast from Rick. It was very good. Cool. But Finney's got the latest one that's up. That's quite interesting. You can actually hear Finney.
Yeah, I do.
Which for anyone that's been on his streams will be surprising.
I was about to say, you cannot watch much of Finney because he's normally streaming from midnight and night over.
Yeah, I tend to be a bit of a night owl. I'm sometimes up till 1 or even 2.
So you get to watch the start of it.
you know, my friend Dimmy G recommended him to me, and we played each other. I got a very lucky draw against his wizard wielding rats. And so I popped in his stream afterwards and said hello, and I quite liked the fella, so I've been in just a couple of times.
Time to learn to play.
Enjoy Volcaggio, you know, a client where you can see the whole of the pitch all at the same time. Now, don't get freaked out by the open spaces.
Yeah, Finny's actually.
And remember, you know, it's the actual rules of Blood Bowl. So things like if you want to pass, you have to say so. You can't just decide to halfway through.
Oh, that's the worst if you have a long break from fumble. Where is
Yes, the ones with a line across them are on the ground, Volcaggio. The ones that are greyed out with a line across them are stunned. It's a very complicated system.
I think that one is the interview with Finny. I haven't watched that yet myself. I should watch that.
No, I had it watched through. It's good.
Yeah, I do. I was about to say occasionally talk with Finny as well. Since Ewa, I was about to say. It's actually mainly in the morning when he's about to stop and I'm waking up. Or handing over when I'm going to bed.
Played Blood Bowl 2 and click.
Well, I did often think that's one of the reasons I went into acting, is it's mostly in the evenings and there's no heavy lifting. And luckily my partner's very much a morning person, I'm very much a night owl, so that dovetailed very well when we had younger kids.
Yeah, I can imagine. Oh, tackle piece is getting close. Tackle pump. Can tackle pump do a thing? Nope.
Well, it did manage to tackle it.
Yeah.
You know,
Are you
that's an
following
Did
upside.
I grade out already and
You have the time. Are you putting that Wrestle 30 player to work finally? It's a pretty good piece, but I guess... And there's no apple. I don't hate that. Because it's pretty
And
annoying.
if you haven't gone yet, Volcaggio, I mean, do feel free to stream it. There are 3, maybe 4 of us that occasionally watch streams of Fumble
Boom,
games.
boom. There's like a little bit of overlapping. It's normally... It can work.
Yes. Have you never heard of Afternoon Delight, Adev? Yes, my wife won't let me have anything on the side. Oh, dinner. Yes, I see. Okay. But no, I would tend to do the night feeds, and my partner would do the early morning. Worked very well. So now we are seeing the rats run away, because of course now that the pro elves actually have some midfield pressure, ball has to disappear just because elves can get anywhere if they really choose to. But it looks very much like we're seeing a rowdy foul coming in. Result.
Baku FL?
Of course, at my time of life, afternoon delight is mainly when the partner goes shopping and you've got 3 or 4 hours with the house to yourself. But with the kids being homeschooled, that's rare as rare.
Yeah, I understand it running a bit back, but he's also running a bit out of time. If you don't want to end up having to force himself.
Yes, one sense is, of course, that just like Blood Bowl, Adev's very good on the theory of
Relationships.
pointers. Yeah. Perhaps just like Blood Bowl, he doesn't really play himself.
But he watches it a lot.
He watches a lot, yes. Three and a half years isn't bad. I struggle to go for more than about 10 minutes. Oh, I see relation. Ah, yes.
Dum, bada bim, bada boom. Anything?
I'm here all week.
Fuck no. Hopefully this game is not taking all week. It's not that interesting. Well,
Quite a fun position now, though. I mean, the elves are closing in. They've got the rats hemmed in. They're not like elves. They can't just sweep down a flank if they really want to. Except with the gutter runners. The ball has retreat. It's got no cover back there. So where's it going next?
It needs to go forward because it's turn fucking 14.
Yeah.
And its problem is he kind of like he do have
he can't just hold out. He can't hold out because he needs to score. So he has to find a route forwards here. Into safety, and then a route, within not very long over the line.
It's not super safety, but he kind of need to go back to the left side. He got the free block. He can block and blitz those two pieces.
Yeah, that needs to be reinforced. But the guards are a little tied up because of the foul.
No, that's a guard. That's two gutter runner guards.
Yes, of course there is. One's completely free as well. So yeah, there we go. There's your two heads.
But one of them is a non-block block.
Huh?
Now the block, and he doesn't get him. I was about to say you might follow up just to keep the guard honest, but apparently not.
Then you need another piece in before. Presumably it's the other gutter runner that's going to do the final block.
Why? What?
Blitzing the agility elf off.
Why am I?
Oh no!
2, 3.
Yeah.
1,
well, to take up an advanced
4,
position
5,
to
6,
make sure
7.
the elves can't just elf ball.
But what can happen if the line elf kind of followed up to tag the tackle, to keep the block tackled, and then the mighty block could have done the blitz, and then this gutter runner could run forward anyway.
Would have knocked out that elf, which might be handy.
You got two mighty blow pieces. Why?
Oh,
and he's
I mean, I thought it was going to head forwards from there. And create a little bit of a screen, but if it's heading backwards, I don't understand why you're not hitting with the claw mighty blow.
It's Garrett. It's in the ticket name itself. It's saying which table it's on, and there's also a link to the draw somewhere. If that's obvious.
It's on your table, Gary. It's not happening in the real world.
Is that actually the right link? I should probably check that before I just copy paste.
Well, there's a lot not to love about how this is looking right now.
No, that seemed pretty weird way to play that turn.
I wonder if he changed plan.
Yeah,
the gutter blitz only makes sense to me if the gutter's advancing after it.
But I don't even. I still think you blitz with. Still think you blitz with Mighty Blow and then run the gutter forward to make it a bigger area.
Certainly that's what I'd have been looking to do, but I'm certainly not a rat coach by nature. Interesting that we're only going for the elf wall here. We're not trying something a little more aggressive. I suppose it is very difficult. It's it would be what, a 6 to dodge in.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
The agility up piece was stunned and doesn't have much on it anyway.
But again, still wall it more often if the rats has been more forward.
Yeah, particularly with the kick piece back where it is, for example. I don't quite know why we didn't make that 3 die.
One, two, three, four, five. The kick is minus movement again. So the kick had been a go for it to get in.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, that
1,
makes
2,
some sense then.
3. Or you needed
Another-
to move a player first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could have been, but then you was a 2+ dodge and you needed to move the card.
I hadn't
first.
seen, because as you said, the stat downs are marked, so I hadn't seen it was moved.
No, we're back again. Why is the injuries not a box like everything else? I don't understand.
Yeah, or why just couldn't you just...
Have we lost
Okay.
it? You're dropping out a bit.
I thought that was just me. I'm pleased it's him.
I think, I don't know, maybe they cut the cable to Germany. It's Brexit!
Brexit time.
Oh, sorry. I guess my internet is just bad.
I guess they got Virgin in Germany as well.
Can't you hear me at all?
Yeah, now we can
Oh, I
again.
can. We can, but we can change that.
I guess the internet is just bad here.
Now, we're not fearing the Pro Elf 1 turner in snow, are we? So,
No.
There's no plus movement, right?
Yeah.
It's movement 8. It's pretty easy to set up against it, to make it set up against it, so it's pretty hard.
Yeah, and there's not that many, and depending on the chaos, it's also a little bit low on elves. But movement 8 is still doable. Wait a bit, do we have sidestep on any of the movement 8? That makes it a bit more
No.
awkward. That's a bit more awkward. And the 2 strings fours are doing work here because he needs. There's no
really
really.
holding that line up, aren't they? And yet through it we must go, so...
To be fair, again, I don't. If nothing else, you take the 2 dice uphill and pushing one of them away. But
Just give the ball to the lineman and run away. Blitz the catcher and you're golden.
You got 2 heads. You can just run to the other side, can you? Actually,
It does look like that's the play he's going with, isn't it? Screening off the other side of the pitch and just swapping sides.
Yeah.
why not chat? Meanwhile, you're still doing your moves. Is that the tackle? Yeah, it is. Okay, so I'll imagine he's getting rid of that strength 4 and just running the 2 hits to the other side.
Oh, did you? I didn't even know we had keyboard shortcuts to move people on Fumble.
I never used them, but I'm sure there is.
Well, you learn something new every day. But to be fair, there is a box you have to type in. You have to click into the box to be typing a chat message.
Or maybe we're not. I'm confused again. Why we're not? Okay, so we're just going for dodging past one of the strings 4s, and then. Okay, that's fair enough.
Look,
You got 2 heads. I guess it's alright. Now you can do like a wide screen as well in front of them. And he can run all the way down there. But he's not.
Yeah, Volk.
It is only 2 dodges as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Presumably you go diagonally.
But the problem is, you cannot. You go once. Forward and then 1 to the side and then forward again, so you don't dodge 2 tackle.
Yeah.
The problem is the bit that tackle piece is really hard to get out of range of. I'm not. No, we're not dodging at all. Of course, we got extra movement. Are we okay? So why are we? Excuse me. If we want to do a handoff, why don't we want to do a go for it with sprint with 2 feet?
Are we rather rudely trying to skill a player? Oh no, I see. We're running him into the corner. I thought he'd already moved.
Yeah, but you could go
Okay,
for
well
it.
that's. I mean, let's look for the upsides of that. Firstly, if it works, then the score is assured. Nothing is going to stop that.
Yeah, I guess
Short
it's
of a
fine.
wizard, and he doesn't have one. And secondly, with the screen he'd built around it, if it goes down, there's very, very good odds of recovery. Even against elves, that looks a tough screen to pick a ball up out of.
Not really. You hit one with strength 4, and then it's probably a 3+ pickup.
I'm being positive, Core.
I'm not.
I didn't like it much either. But yeah, I do. It's a 3+ to be definitely at 2-2, and that does have some appeal.
Yeah.
I think if I was going there, I would want to actually be giving it from just above him or just below him rather than to the right of him. Because those are the bounces that would worry me more, is towards the elf pack.
Yeah, I probably still prefer running the line rat down there and doing the go forwards with having built-in rerolls in a wartime format game. But hey ho. Yeah, it worked, so it's fine. And there's nowhere he can get to that.
Fail state on those 2+2+s were even worse.
But what?
If he'd dodged through, as we suggested, the fail
Yeah,
state there
but
was
you
even
could
worse.
still have run to the sideline with the. You could still have run to the sideline with the two heads dude and putting the line elf where he wanted to stop. You didn't need to run around it and run back into the field. And he's still getting hit.
But we're definitely looking like we're going to overtime.
Yep. So you didn't fail the go for it, but instead you got 3 dice head. Yeah. Oh well. And then Natty is there.
I mean, he's got...
Get a claw palm hit. Got a claw palmer. We've got a palmer. We got to take this. Come on. Come on, rats. You got all the guard. You got some guard. You can make it 3 dice on the guard piece. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. What are we doing now?
Dramatically pausing, I think. Weighing up the odds of chipping a piece. I mean, I still think it should be done, but...
Yeah, but... Okay. We take
okay,
a plus
going for the
movement.
agility piece.
No, it's plus movement.
Oh, plus movement, yeah.
I don't know. He was just looking like he was setting up 3 dice on the guard piece instead, which he still could have done.
Well, yes, but he's taken it out, and one less elf, as you said. The elves are not long on numbers, so that's good.
Even with you don't have a bribe. You're surely not going to do this without having a bribe, right? Oh, good. Thank you, Ruszi. Just for the specs. But why are we wasting our time with it though? I don't know.
Well, it's his time to waste. It's his game.
Yeah, it's fine. How's the chaos? Looking good, right? Yeah. All 3 chaos is back, so it's 10 elves versus 11 rats.
Nest of rats.
Yeah. Live a little. Live a little, dance a little. Who's won the kickoff? I can never figure. Has anybody figured? I still haven't figured out how it shows that. Oh, now it goes. It still annoys me. It doesn't show. How it showed Dagestan? Why it doesn't seem to show anywhere? The new kickoff. So rats and defense. No, it's not a bug by now. Surely, it's I don't know what it is. Oh, it's turn 16 first. Sorry. Ah, damn it. I'm getting too tired. We have a one turner. Yeah, silly me as well. Do we think there's any chance he's able to one turn? Not really. Oh, we're so awake, yeah, Dagestan.
I mean,
You can get a riot.
I mean, sometimes a situation like this I set for the riot because
I don't.
a one turn in these sort of circumstances is so unlikely, and a riot isn't
It's not
massively unlikely.
It's not massively. It's not bad this because you take down. You take the gutter runner down, and you can push down around the top right corner. This is bad. At least you can try to set up to get
So
around.
would you have the three? Would you have the three all to the left there, as far left as they go, or still have the space and the gutter runner, perhaps just one to the?
I
right
would want to go all the three
left.
against this in snow and calm. I'll go all the way to the left with the two of them, and then if anything, I'll put the sidestep gutter runner where the one to the right is. So actually switch this around because this is completely bonkers.
yeah, I think we have to admit that Marsem is, for once, right here.
Yeah, because this is bad. Like if this, especially with a quick snap, it's very doable, and he can even get on top of the line elf, which means it's easy dodges. And you get. Question if you block the gutter runner.
Let's celebrate the positives. You know, the backfield setup isn't terrible,
No,
apart from putting the tackle in the wrong place. But other than that, it's good.
There's only one tackle, so you cannot cover all the directions anyway. So I
Yes,
don't.
but I think the way he's set up on the line, I would want the tackle possibly in the top right corner.
Yeah,
Except, of course, that means it can be hit.
Yeah, the problem if he gets a riot, you want it there because that's the only way we can reach it.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. So we like the backfield, we just don't like the line of scrimmage. That's not bad.
If anything, you probably want. You're exploding one guard gutter runner, you might expose one more in the back behind the front line to make it harder to actually block people with the guard.
Alright, Marsem.
And don't even hit, like if we had 11 players, I think I'm hitting the guard gutter runner as well, but I don't think he can allow it with so few players, so he needs to just block up in the hole and block around. But if I had the players, I would get a hit in on that gutter runner.
I mean, we are going for this, aren't we? Else we wouldn't be setting up like this. I mean, I thought originally we were setting up for the riot, but now we're definitely
kind of
setting
both.
up for the one turn.
With that setup.
You're fast enough to be able to do both. But can we get the ball there? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh yeah, we can.
Yeah. Should probably do that first in the snow before you start doing anything else. Thank
With
you,
nerf or
Willie.
steal anyway.
What? Yeah. But mainly for the passing distance.
You can always hand off and then pass.
Yeah, but
I mean, it just adds another 2+, but
but
you know, the range is fine, isn't it?
it's a good time to do it, so you might as well just
doable.
get it done. And you don't really want to use a reroll on anything if this fails anyway. Ooh. Guess with 3 rerolls you might go for it.
I don't think this game will go to kicks anyway.
No. But you still might need them in your turns.
Yeah, sure, but if you have 3, then
Yeah. No,
you
that's
can.
probably alright. Yep.
Especially if this works, you win. So.
Yeah. It's a little bit early, but there's nothing you can do about that.
Yes, I mean, if you throw one in at the very end, there's an argument that says why not throw it at the very start of the chain?
Yeah.
Because you still need a lot of dice to go in your direction. So.
And you didn't.
Diced.
Well, perhaps a new skill, shove, instead of block would be a thing to take.
Yeah. I was thinking that as well.
We could always have it instead of armbar, because that's not getting picked.
Never lucky. So.
And that, of course, probably the most important role of the overtime period is where does the ball go?
I still don't understand if you can see it anyway. Is it is that just because it would
the Reds will get the ball.
Yeah, the
but
first one that starts moving, they're on defense.
Yeah, but can you see it in the user interface before anybody moves? That's fine.
You can see it in the dice log after they did.
Can you?
Since you got all animations off.
Yeah, can you see it if you have? Why is why it's not showing if you don't have animation in the dice log? It's bloody fuck it. That's bloody stupid. But if you have the animations on, it shows you who wants to kick. Is that what you're saying, Star?
I'm just saying that I can see that the Reds received because I can see it in the dice log.
Okay, it's not in my.
You can't see who won the toss, but you can see who chose to receive.
But it's not in my dice log when I'm without animations. Yeah, I know he's setting up. I'm just.
It's in my dice log, and I don't have animations.
Oh, it's there. I'm just blind.
Pretty sure that means that the Tika turtles choose to receive.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Using the magic power of reading through your client to see that.
I'm too tired. That's a reason I didn't want to play Blood Bowl. Let's put it that way.
There's lots of reasons people don't want to play Blood Bowl, but tiredness is certainly one of them.
Yeah. That's definitely... What are we...
That's out of character for me. I love playing Blood Bowl. I have to be in the mood.
We all know that Blood Bowl is just a shit game for shitters, and it's all just luck.
It's a shit game for shitters.
But this is also...
Honestly, another 2+? Really, game? Really?
It's just garbage.
What is this setup? What do we think about
one turn? But I don't think as the Reds you're gonna try the one turn here.
Not in the Blizzard.
In the snow.
But it might be good weather. You don't know. And why is... okay. I've got one tackle forward, but one tackle deep. Okay, so that's fair. Can we... But do you... I think if you're red, if the weather goes from snow... I think you set up... I do still think you set up to one turn, but...
Yeah. Whether you go for the one turn... I mean, he's put them there so that the one turn fails and he gets the ball. Which is the disinterest him from one turning in the first place, isn't it? From one turning in snow, he has done a reasonable job. I'd still...
I'm setting up to it.
too many pushers, but I know you are, Cole. You don't. You enjoy winning games as quickly as possible.
To be fair, yeah, what did I win? Half my chalice games last season by just one turning to overtime and getting out of that shit.
Yeah, you're not making any friends with that sort of statement. You do realise that.
I don't need to.
Your one turner being widely despised by every sane human and quite a lot of the animals that are aware
But
of
you still have to make it survive for 5 rounds of Blood Bowl.
I hear Zunk's cat was horrified by the whole thing.
Marvin, is that his cat? I think
That is his name, actually. Yes.
because they have the Marvin
The Marvin Invitational. Yes.
Yes. See,
Which I
I
think
know
is a
stuff.
great initiative. I think that's lovely.
Yeah. Anything that makes people have some reason to play.
I mean, you
It's
have to
the
be a
same.
subscriber to Andy Davo's channel, but that's fair enough. He's giving away a prize, and therefore he needs to recoup that. I think that's not unreasonable.
No, that's fine. And
No, Marvin's fine, Marvin. Well, if it is, the new one's also called Marvin.
Tuku was the fuck's sake. And now he got Quick Snap as well. And now he's definitely taking it.
Yes, I think you have to go for that here. Again, it's about, well, there's been a lot of rash attrition, but limiting the attrition options.
At least you go for getting upfield so you can score next time. Yeah, I'm not actually
Yeah,
sure.
I don't hate pocketing up on about the halfway of their half, the 3/4 mark. Somewhere around the logo, just to the left of it, for example, or the right of it would be fine.
But no,
particularly with the kick on the opposite side of where most of the rats are, that would be okay.
Yeah, but I do appreciate anybody that finds a good reason to play. It's the same with the friends and their big thing, where they have different channels, like different competitions and other stuff added into it, and their own playoff in the end. It's interesting to see.
Yes, it always struck me. I mean, again, coming from Fumble, it is a bit odd that you play these teams and get to love them and build them for 7 weeks, and then if you don't make the challenge, you just throw them in the bin because the Open League is such a horrific nightmare.
Okay, I don't know. I kind of. Okay,
so I think anything that gives people something to do at the end of the season if they haven't qualified for the challenge, I think is a great idea.
Yeah.
Are they? I've been married 22 years, Chug. It doesn't feel that way sometimes. Some things are endlessly endured. Like a yeast infection.
What did the brand plan? I'm struggling a bit with the brand. The Red's plan seemed to be maximizing blocks for some bizarre reason. And now they run out of pieces with block.
Then, yeah, running everyone forwards on that quick snapper step seems a little redundant if he was then just going to pocket up the ball and hang back. I don't hate pocketing the ball up and hanging back, but if so, you needed to build a slightly more secure place for it to go to than I'm seeing right now. I mean, I suppose the pickup's now secure and he's moving on afterwards, isn't he? Or is he dropping back?
I have no clue.
No, I don't. Interesting to see.
I'll definitely never postulate that I can read the mind of Ruszi. So
the ball staying there is quite interesting, isn't it? I mean, there are routes through for a hit on it.
And now we're still maximizing blocks.
There's a 3+3+2+3+3+2+3+ that is quite a little bit tempting. 2 die on it. With diving tackle.
So we move everybody forward, maximizing blocks, and then running half of them back again. Okay.
Okay, so we've closed that door.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's
It's not an inspiring turn, is it?
but he can do it because Valley has put everybody back so deep.
Yes, to deter the one turner, which it definitely did do. Except it didn't look like it did, but then it did.
But I guess as long as it's snow, if you don't go for the chain push to not having to go for it, then you're surely not one turning in the snow. But with the quick snap, he could easily have gone to getting to pushes more if he wanted to.
Yeah.
I
I
guess
think with the elves that far back, of course, is that this turn they're not going to be able to advance anywhere particularly useful.
I
And then it's going to be a breakable line.
I'm sure if you switch channel and go to where all the people are, you can hear
Yes, Miles,
the accent. You can get it with a Welsh accent.
there is a channel where you can go, but I'm not looking to be meme level angry.
Well, Fatten playing Blood Bowl for once. He's maybe done marrying away his cousins and sisters of what the fuck he was doing. And Finney's playing. We might raid Finney when this is done.
Is that his Chalice game, maybe?
I don't know. It's a bit early for him though, so yeah, maybe. No. Maybe.
Well, that's what made me think. Perhaps he's had to make himself available in a year. Euro time zone to play the Evelyn time.
He's casting one of his teammates in Rebel Clans game.
Which is good, because I might have a little stream later.
Yeah, exactly. We first have deal to win our game, otherwise it doesn't really matter for us, I think. I'm bloody happy I beat those Camry. I wasn't too optimistic that would be a win.
Someone mentioned to me joining a clan again.
You should. It's good fun.
Well, I mean, a 2-week round is something I could possibly live with without feeling overcommitted. I don't like to overcommit because, you know, if I suddenly get active work or something, it's horrible to let people down.
When we're going to attack the 2 gutter runners, I take it? I'm not sure I'm taking that. With the tackle free.
It is one of the things that tempts me about Clan Wolfbark. Is one of the things I think is missing from my CV is having never been banned from Rebel. And as I never planned to really play in Rebel, perhaps being banned from Rebel Clan would have to do.
It's easy enough to get strikes, that's not a problem.
It does seem something that all the cool kids have done.
At least we get a strike, right? We may not get banned, but at least we get a warning.
I mean, perhaps if I just turn up in their channel and talk a bit, I'll find myself banned without ever having to actually play, which would be an ideal situation.
Oh, a final warning. Dum dum dum.
It's things like that that just depress the hell out of me, and is why I don't think I'd be confident.
That's alright. Clan is alright. It's a bit its own little circus.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. The Clan is alright. I mean, I've heard also some good things about some aspects of Rebel. The mentoring system, some of the training grounds.
Yeah.
And obviously there's people that love it, and, you know, fair play to them. just doesn't seem somewhere I'd be very comfortable.
No. And to be fair, the 2 weeks deadline, so a clan round is 2 weeks, but sometimes that's also including, it also needs somebody to draft it first and stuff. So it's not always a full 2 week, but yeah, it's normally have 2
perhaps
weeks.
more like 10 days, and you need to get active with your captain doing the drawing, don't you?
Yeah, but you normally have at least 2 weekends, which is the main thing. Oh yeah, you got yourself. You should.
Yes, Muppet. That's essentially how I feel.
You can join my league then. I normally just tell people to sort themselves out if that's anything.
Absolutely. Has there been any? I don't recall you discussing.
No, we got
massive
calcium.
Or ongoing problems in your league.
We got some hothead. We got calcium got annoyed and left. Pole did the same. Sometimes people cannot. That's not used to the format. That gets annoyed and end up leaving, but that's fine. I really don't care. I'd rather have people just take their clothes and go than making it a bad environment.
Sure. Yeah.
He tried actually. He played a whole season and then next season he gave up. It's the same. The only tiebreaker we have is head to head. So if people are in a situation but rather just want to quit the game, we can get on with it instead of wasting 2 people's life.
The only thing that I think is not so, or it's a bit off about TSD, is that KFoged made a league and then named it after himself.
What?
The Toxic Showboaters Divisions.
Yeah, absolutely. and then always gave himself tier 1 races whilst doling out flings to Dionysian. Almost looks like a sort of dominance play, that really, doesn't it?
It's normally Dio's job, isn't it?
A sort of seasonal snipe thing.
A seasonal hard counter snipe.
Marsam, have you not heard that Sons are a hard counter to Dwarfs at low TV? I'm sure lots of people have told me that. Yes, I filled it. Unlike you, Muppet, I filled in the rest of that sentence. I saw my assassin and assumed the rest of it was going to be did something memey on my meme team. Because there's no right and wrong in Blood Bowl except taking assassins. They're going to get mildly better in Blood Bowl 2020, of course, and still be completely useless.
Yeah, I think it's
Shame about the shadowing changes, though.
It's all for the better. Who needs that shit?
It's all for the change.
Yeah.
I'm not going to decry it. I'm going to see how it all adds up and how it feels in my bones as I coach.
It's nothing else. It's slightly different, but it's just about bloody time. The one turn has been exposed multiple times.
Yes, it has, and it isn't getting hit quite hard enough for my liking. But I guess it's ceasing to be a one-turner anymore. In that that's not how this game ends now, because there won't be any chances to one-turn. But it's still incredibly fast, and if you can just suck enough of the elves forwards, I was really tempted there to say, suck the elves off the back line.
But we again had a...
Then you still just hand it the ball and it goes and does.
But why did we start... I'm still confused in this game. Why did we start with this block? I know it's a double skull, but if we're gonna score, we need to hit the tackle piece that's on the one turner.
Yep. Yep.
Why are we hitting a wrestle block on somebody that's?
I mean,
So
I suppose you're trying to make the fail state better. That's my.
but
I'm trying to find reasons. That's my reason, but I don't love it.
but it was standing and the fail state was still going to be shared. Because it's elves.
Yes, all fail states against elves are shit. So you're looking at shit, really shit, or incredibly shit.
So now you need to probably end up needing to do the... Oh! What kind of injury is that? I'm not badly hurt. Because so now you either don't do the block, you cannot really do the block now because you cannot reroll it. So now you just run your guard piece forward, I guess, and then you can do the blitz.
Yeah, I think this might be a pocket, not a scoring attempt.
Yeah, now it is, but do you really want to do that?
Skulls.
But with wrestle tackle, that's a springs 4 wrestle tackle, movement 8 standing there, with dodge.
Yeah, it's not what I would want to do. I'd want to do a KFoged and bang it in. Get the game won.
You can even, and you can, I guess.
I was going to say, do you take the just bang it in and get it done approach to everything in life with that?
Yeah, but Italians are crazy, bro. Like, doesn't count. Now we're running back again. That was the same that got him in trouble last time.
Yeah, running. I don't love running away here.
Now we need to hit that. Yeah, no, a double skull. Hooray!
Oh dear.
That was pretty bad dice, but this is not helping.
Well, you were right about you couldn't do that block after the first double skull, so at least there's a good thing. Yeah, running away does look a lot nicer now. Absolutely.
But we could just have scored. if the first we do is block reroll.
Only if we did things in the right order, Kay. Which, we didn't.
One turn up, still standing. And that's a lot of scoring threats, I guess, now. But there's plenty of red rerolls, so it'll be fine. It seemed, yeah.
Being so far back.
It works, Muppet, when...
It's gonna be that easy to get the ball to the scoring fence, I guess.
Yeah. But the dice logs are fine when they suggest you should have done the right thing, was just hit the right pieces and just score. When the dice log says building on that, it's fine. I guess wrestle?
Another 1 in 9.
At least you have wrestle, so the scoring thread is out. You can still... It's not...
It's not horrible.
It's the same problem I've seen on your teams a couple of times, though. Using wrestle in an aggressive way means that, yes, you take it down, but next turn it's up and gone and you're still lying on the floor like a chump.
Yeah, but in this case where he's not scoring anyway, the rat is not running away from the tackle. It's problematic scoring with it. I guess you could hand off. To one turner.
It can be a screen. You can get the one turner all the way down to the line and don't necessarily have to do the go for it.
But he's not in safety from 4, 5,
part of the screen.
7, 8. But it's still only a go for it with that with the catcher to hit anybody down there.
Yeah, true.
But of course, the Nazi still standing means it can be a station to move the ball with.
But it's in a tackle zone of diving tackle. And
yeah, now he marked the tackle piece.
Tackle Pomber is not free.
Not anymore. It was free. And to be fair, he can... He have it as a free lineman, so you just mark it from one side and hit it from the other square. And then it's free. You could even put the guard rat down as well, so you cannot sidestep up in front.
Yes, the wrestled rat can...
Go in the bottom. Then you can take the guard line rat in the top, and you can block from the last square. Which means you still got to root down the sideline.
Huh. So yes, you can push it off the gutter and away from the sideline.
I'm interested to see if he puts the last player in, so he doesn't sidestep in.
Looks like he's gonna do it though.
Certainly does, but then the only problem with this plan is you're still looking at 2 go for it's in the snow, which
but it's...
I'd rather they were none, but it's still what 2 1 in 9s. Does it have sure feet?
Yes, it has.
It's
worse than it's worse than my piece.
You've got reroll cover on both, so even if it pops on the first one, you've still got your reroll for the second, assuming the handoff works, and the blitz, of course. And I think that is the play. I don't see him stalling this up.
No, I guess you put
what she needs.
I think you put the guard piece in front of that, so it's 3+2+ at least. Apparently, we just leave the guard piece. Because the guard doesn't help anything down on the ball. Why the only thing the guard piece can do is make it harder. Comes up. Yep. Why didn't we do that before we even did anything?
Before we did the handoff, just in case that fails. Yeah.
Yeah, just to make it roll extra dice. It's not going anywhere else anyway.
Yeah, exactly. If that was where it was going to go, it should have gone there then.
And failure, but makes it. Congratulations to Ruszi.
There we are. He goes through with a one turner that everyone's going to love seeing. Watch
he didn't one turn with it at least.
Cup. No, he didn't. Confusingly.
Well then, congrats to Ruszi and commiserations to Veli.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, this that team gets more dangerous. As we said, there's another nasty gutter that was missing for this game.
Yeah, or just wrestle, but still, it's still harder to play against.
Yes, and with, as you said, 2 guard gutters to come from any direction and put those assists in. You may only have wrestle, but that's still it's something you need to worry about at all times.
Well, maybe the Reds don't get a wizard then next game with the other gutter.
Maybe.
There, but well, at least the wizard this game wasn't a one-man fireball. So.
Muppet, do you think that's true even in the Chalice? I don't know if you've been to Chalice, but with 3-minute turns, you'd still find you had a lot of time on your hands and were still moving everything fairly quickly.
I try not to personally, but it's really hard. I really try hard.
Yes, it's if there is one of your weaknesses, perhaps it's going straight at things. You're used to that lightning speed of thought, and I mean I respect that, but it can sometimes be a slight limit, of course.
Yeah, of course.
The flip side, of course, is people that then insist on weighing up every option and looking for the 0.001% advantage, and that can freeze them up too and prevent them doing anything.
You end up in the situation where you do half one thing and then half another thing and half a third thing.
So yeah, I mean, the opposite can be bad too.
Yeah, that's one of my as well. If I take too many times, if I start seeing new things, I have really bad habit in taking them, which you end in those confusing turns where you really don't do anything right. So there's pluses and minuses, but I do really, really try hard not to when we've got 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's just about having a quick look and saying, is there something I haven't seen? Is there a little plan that makes it better? Is there something I can move that isn't relevant to the play but might help in a fail state, for example? That's all to the good.
Yep.
Yes, changing plans halfway through Muppet. I mean, I love a developing turn where
that's
what happens
different.
in the first couple of moves decides what happens in the rest of the move. But I don't love a non-developing turn. Halfway through, you change plan. That's almost never a good idea.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's different. Sometimes you need to play as you go. That's not completely.
Come on, delete the Cablevision official leak. Oh.
I could reset the match. Let them play
Well, I
again.
quite liked that game. I thought it was.
It was
There were
different
some
as well.
decisions. I mean, again, there are some Russi decisions I don't 100% understand, but they're both, both good coaches. I thought it was played well. I thought that the deep set, I think that can be argued about for a long time as to whether that was a good idea to deter the one-turner in snow. I might have just settled for leaving a sweeper back in case of a sure feet fail and sort of tried to tempt him into it a bit.
Yeah, it's the chance of it getting much worse than the one turn anyway. With what we saw in the end, is the shot he ends up getting is pretty much the same as the one turn anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
yeah, Muppet.
Yes,
that
me
was
too,
not,
Muppet.
That was not what we would have done. But
no, I did think that was I did think that was a turn. I'm going to say that wasn't good.
Yeah.
If the plan was to end up in the shape he was in, then blitzing with the blitzer was better. If the plan was to blitz with the gutter and then advance it up the field, giving him another out, another option, and creating space and doubt in the Pro Elves' mind, then I liked it, and the blitz with the gutter I liked, which is what I think he was doing when he didn't advance. So yeah, I thought that was a turn, as we were talking about, where halfway through he changed his mind on the plan, and I'm not sure that was a good end result. I thought it was a bit static, a bit negative.
Yeah,
but it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't terribly wrong. I thought there were better turns that turn.
And he did end up in problems. And a bit of problems, but yeah, cool. I think I will instead rate the old man himself. He's playing Blood Bowl for once. But thank you, PZ and Storm, for stopping by.
It was a pleasure. I'm ashamed to have missed the start of it. I was really looking forward to that one. And yes, pleasure to be here. Anyone that is interested, I had my first ever stream earlier today.
Yeah, you could
didn't
post
tell
a
anyone
link.
about because it was just me and my son, and I didn't seem to have Twitch set up to save it, so I think I have a copy in my computer somewhere. I think I was saving it through OBS, but
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll bother uploading it. The sound was pretty terrible on it, and it was a 1-1 draw with a big gap in the middle when I had to deal with a medical call. So I might have another go later today. Do feel free to search out Purple Chest on Twitch and give me a follow if that's something you think you might be interested in. At the moment, I'm only streaming on a ratty old laptop, and the tech isn't there. I haven't got any channel rewards. I can't have toys for you yet, but I'll get there in time, I hope.
Because I'm streaming on an old laptop, I can only stream Fumble and not Blood Bowl 2.
Well, that was what this afternoon was about. My son happened to be around, and he popped in to the chat to sort of watch that side and tell me what the frame rate was like and things. And it was largely to see if my poor old laptop wouldn't just explode.
Yeah, and
melt through the floor trying to do both at once.
I could imagine Virgin at times also be a bit of a problem. My biggest problem is my upload speed.
Why are you linking Dryson?
No, it's next. He's going. I'm co-casting with him tomorrow.
All right.
7 o'clock with this Martin Septum playing his Wood Elf.
Oh, nice.
Not Wood Elf, Skaven this season. So more Skaven tomorrow evening at 7 UTC on Dryson.
Can't watch that though.
I don't know if anyone's streaming me, but I'm actually playing my Chalice game tomorrow afternoon. Probably
you're playing you're playing daytime, aren't you?
I am. So you'll probably be at work, or
I will be working. I might.
I don't know if anyone's picking it up. I don't know if Arthur's
maybe he's been streaming. He seems to be streaming more than working currently.
He does seem to be streaming absolutely everything, doesn't he? Which is interesting. It's a bit of a sea change. Let's hope he sticks at it.
Yeah, let's see. I'll keep doing it. Get some alternatives as well.
I don't think it's going to be much of a game. I think whichever of us wins it. I hope it's me. But if it's the vampires, and it can always be vampires,
it's good fun then. That's a win for everybody.
I think faces a very, very difficult game in the next round. So I'm not sure either of us are really anything to get excited about. My dwarves are tiny. His vampires are pretty tiny. So I think it's going to be a fun game, but a brief little foray into the Chalice this season. But that's all right.
We're gonna see. By the
You
way,
don't
now
always
that
play
you're
games to win.
a streamer, are you appearing soon on the Rick Reckless vodcast?
I'm not a streamer. I have streamed once.
Yeah, that
One has
makes
to do
you a
it at least
streamer.
twice to be a streamer.
I'm
doesn't it?
sure PC when he starts, if he starts regular streaming, he will fly straight in on the next podcast.
I mean, I think that probably works. You know, if you, for example, molest a sheep, then I think you probably are, known as a bestial person the rest of your life. But I'm not sure it works that way with streaming.
I'm sure.
I mean, for example, I've drunk a pint of Guinness. It does not make me a Guinness drinker.
Oh, it does. Guinness is good.
I mean, this is horrible. I drank one pint, and there will never be another. So
That's
it definitely
amazing.
did not make me a Guinness
You're an
drinker.
absolute bad person. I'm gonna
Yeah.
unfollow you again.
Yeah, I'm on with you, Store. Guinness is
This
lovely.
is not right, Store. You come from the land of great beer, and for some reason you're drinking essentially peat. I don't understand.
Oh, Guinness is nice. I love a good stout.
Yeah, me too. You can get good stout in Germany as well.
In that case, if I ever meet you in the flesh, I will cut you a slice.
But yeah,
You can chew on your stout whilst I drink a lovely, cheerful, sprightly German pilsner.
enjoy that. I will send you on. I think it does it by itself now. Yay! After this beer
We're
talk.
gonna
Yes, I
see.
didn't manage to work out. I didn't manage how to work out how to